she knows
that I ain't going
nowhere.
I ain't blowing no smoke. I mean, I've been sober, but you should've known it. I wasn't going.
I'm not saying that SHannon Sharpe is guilty, and I'm not saying that SHannon Sharpe is innocent. All I am doing is reading the court docs in a dramatic fashion and giving my reaction to it, because this is Hennessy Reviews and we are reviewing the court docs. So as y'all know, y'all have heard that SHannon Sharpe is being sued and accused of SA by his ex-girlfriend Gabby. Now the crazy thing about it is, in this court document, Gabby is listed as Jane Doe. SHannon Sharpe outed her on his Instagram video yesterday when he addressed everything. Please make sure that y'all are following me on IG, because I be dropping little henny tidbits over here, okay? But let's listen to it and then let's talk about it, because y'all know I'm going to be very animated with this.
Supporters and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself, because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzbee,
right,
who has targeted Jay-Z.
Right.
Tony Buzbee targets black men,
right,
and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that
Mhm.
tries to make me look guilty,
right,
and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
Mm.
That video should actually be 10 minutes or so.
Mm.
Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out.
Right.
I don't have it, or I would myself.
Mm.
You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media.
Right.
The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation.
Oh.
And now that appears to be a deliberate setup. Coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Buzbee want $50 million.
Yeah, they do.
What they're getting is sued for defamation.
Okay.
And trying to take me down.
Mm.
My career is all about real talk and honesty.
It is.
I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about.
We don't really.
And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do.
Okay, we wait.
I love all you guys.
Okay, well, thank you, Shannon. This is what I heard Shannon saying in my head. I heard him say, "Oh, you think you about to put me out here on the stroll like a trick and have me getting drugged through the mud for filth, and you think you gonna stay anonymous? Nah, I'm gonna put your name out here." Now, I got a question for y'all. Am I the only one? And y'all can say, Henny, you petty for this, but am I the only one? Let me turn this sound off. Let me turn the sound off so y'all can see what I see. Am I the only one that was distracted by this chain that he got round him neck that seems to have all different kinds of colorful stones in it and pearls and all of that? If you have not looked at that chain up close, that little necklace up close, I said, let me do you one better. I know I got a screenshot in one of these phones for y'all, and I'm about to. We're going to get all into that, but I just got to say this because I know I'm not the only one that was looking at the necklace like, what in the world is that around Shannon's neck? And I'm not trying to imply or insinuate anything. All I'm saying is I was distracted, and I want to know if anybody else was distracted right along with me. Can y'all let me know down in the comment section, or did y'all not even notice it? Maybe y'all didn't notice it, but y'all finna notice it now. Let me zoom in even more for y'all. This is a pearl. That's a pearl on that necklace. I don't know. I don't know what this is right here. But I see, you know, purple stones and green and some red and yellow, and he gets down here and you got you a pearl. I am confusion because no disrespect to Shannon. I like Club Shay Shay. But Shannon, you know that these people be out here trying to drag you for filth. Why would you put that on and you are addressing the public? Why would you do that? What is this? Okay, I will accept this answer right here. I will accept this answer right here. Could be family birthstones. I will accept this right here because I'm not trying to do Shay Shay. I'm not trying to do Shay Shay. I like Shay Shay. I like Shannon. But, you know, I'm just asking. Okay, you think it's a fake necklace? The old stiff arm around the neck trick. You know what? I'm not doing this with y'all. See, Sherman, I'm with you. We're not doing Shannon like that. I'm not doing Shannon like that. Okay, you noticed it. Don't no man wear pearls. Well, now, if it's what Shanna D said, which was it's a family birthstone necklace, then that would explain why he's wearing it. We not finna do him. I'm just saying, you know, people already get on him because he be wearing them tight, them tight jogger pants and stuff like that. So people be getting on him. So my thing is, Shannon, I get it. Let's give them something to talk about, but let's not give them that to talk about, okay? Let's get into this case, okay? Let's read some of it. Keep in mind that this case is headed by Tony Buzbee. Now, if y'all was not here when I started reading these Buzbee cases, I'm going to tell y'all right now. When Buzbee would drop his cases, I found it awful suspicious that he was always dropping his cases on a Sunday. And it just so happened that this man dropped this case on Easter Sunday. How diabolical is that? It's Easter Sunday, sir. People's is at church. It's Resurrection Sunday. They in the church house and they Sunday best. People who ain't been to church all year long have gone to church on that particular day because everybody knows, especially in the Black and brown communities, everybody go to church on Easter Sunday. Excuse me. You go to church on Easter Sunday. So Buzbee, you and all your diabolicalness that we've known you to do, because y'all know I don't really have a liking for Buzbee. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I've never trusted him. You decided you was going to slip one in on Resurrection Sunday. The Lord is finna get you. Now, when I started reading the Diddy court docs, which if you don't know, I did, and I need to do playlists. Somebody remind me to do my playlist, okay? I need to do playlists because I was following the Diddy court docs. When we got to the Buzbee portion of the court docs, I stopped reading because I'm like, these sound like bad TV movie scripts. I was calling them Tubi movie scripts because it sounded very outlandish, okay? They all read the same. It was all the same scenario. They was painting Diddy as this out-of-control butt monster. He was always raping somebody in the booty. And I'm just curious, why is that always in your essay documents, Buzbee? What is wrong with you? Are you trying to tell us something without telling us something? Let me explain one more again for those people when I said I found a U-shaped driveway. The U-shaped driveway was in Scarsdale, New York, at a home that Diddy owned or was renting. That was the first office of Bad Boy. That was confirmed already in a magazine article that was written years prior to where they talked about it. All right. And I brought that up and everybody was talking about, oh, Henny, you believe Jane Doe? No, what I said from the beginning was, how does she know this detail about a U-shaped driveway in a white house? And did Buzbee do this? Because I was able to go look it up and find it. That's all I was saying was it was another house that they wasn't focusing on. That's all I was saying. But I've never really been on the side of Buzbee. And then when he went after the Jigga Man, I'm just like, And y'all see, he got Jane Doe to back down from her case. And I'm wondering if this Jane Doe, Gabby, is about to be back down from her case too. This reads like an opening to a novel. Let me tell you, as a writer, your job is to make sure that the first few lines that you write grabs a person's attention and draws them in, and then you build the story from there. So keep that in mind. It's the hook. It's the hook you in. It's the reel you in. It's shocking. In the introduction, this is how it opens up. A woman can say yes to consensual sexual relations with a man 99 times. But when she says no, even once, that no means no. Bro, is this a court doc or is this a book? Why are we writing these court docs like this? Is it because you know people gonna read them out loud? Anyway, let's continue. Defendant SHannon Sharpe, a man who is accustomed to getting what he wants, completely fails to understand this basic concept. You see the follow-up? It gets you hooked in, okay? After many months of manipulating and controlling plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her, Sharpe refused to accept the answer no and raped plaintiff, despite her sobbing and repeated screams of no. Defendant SHannon Sharpe is a 56-year-old former NFL star. He claims to be one of the most successful sports media personalities in the country. Plaintiff is a young woman in her early 20s. In 2023, plaintiff was working out at a gym in Los Angeles, California, when Sharpe approached her for the first time. Previously, Doe had noticed Sharpe watching her during her workouts. At this time, Doe was just 19 years old. At the time, she didn't know who he was, only that he was another older man oogling her at the gym. So let me say this. You are 30 years older than her, right? So that means that you was about 49, 50. And this girl is 19. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. You are 49, 50, and she's 19. I have a problem with that. That's what I'm going to say to that, because look at that huge age gap. Now, I'm not saying anything derogatory about Shannon. I'm just saying 19 to 50. Come on. There's men in this chat. That's cool. If it's cool to y'all, explain it to me. I want to understand. I have a problem with that. Tony Buzbee is a whole goofy. All he does is use women to chase the bag for successful African men. He's a whole clown. I agree with you, West Coast Ninja, but we're right now want to know what your thoughts are about this girl being 19 and him being like 50. Like that was your first fuck up. We're well in, but I kind of want to work on not cursing. Right. He was 30 when the girl was born. His daughter is older than her. See, this is what, you know what I'm saying? This happened to him once before. I did research about it. Need to stay out of these types of situations. He was fired from CBS. That was right after prime time. Boom, Marcy. Hell no, I got a daughter. Thank you, champ. That's foul. That's a grandpa dating a teenager. You said it. That you said it. I have a 19-year-old granddaughter, and hell no. I got a 25-year-old daughter, and that would still be hell no. Okay? That you can be my granddaughter or daughter status, shaking my head. Exactly. I have a problem with that. Now, y'all ain't gonna like when I point out certain things, but we gonna hold Shannon Sharpe a little accountable over here today. Okay? We are. That's what I think we need to start pointing out, where they messed up in the get-go. Once you found out that this girl was 19 years old, it should have been a no-go from there. And I'm going to leave it at that. Why do people always want to make a big deal out of older men dating a younger women, but you never hear complaints about older women dating younger men? Well, you ain't been over here. Because I don't condone none of that. I don't condone a 50-year-old woman. Like, I don't stand in agreement. Let me say that. I don't stand in agreement with a 50-year-old woman dating a 25-year-old woman. I don't condone any of that. I don't play in that area. I don't think any of that. If a person is, I don't. I think it's weird. I think it's very weird, if we're being honest about it. But you can't say that I'm condoning it. Now, there's a difference between, say he's 50 and the girl is like 35. That's different. He's 50, the girl is 40. That's different. But when you got a 30-year age gap, what the hell do y'all have in common? What can a 19-year-old possibly have in common with a man 30 years old, her senior? What could a 19-year-old male have in common with a woman that's 30 years his senior? I have issue with that. And that's where he messed up at. Well, you know what? I don't have, the problem is, well, not the problem, but the thing is, the older women that are dating these younger men aren't being brought up on sexual assault and rape allegations and all of that stuff. I don't get court docs on women doing that to them. And I'm not saying that it's cool. I'm just saying that's why we don't really talk about it. And if I do decide to talk about it, I'm not going to be biased. I have kids. Understand that. I have kids. I have a 30-year-old son and a 25-year-old daughter, an 18-year-old daughter and a 16-year-old daughter, soon to be 17, and that 18-year-old about to be 19. I don't give a damn if it's my son or my daughter. I have a problem with it. Exactly. No life experience. They're not even intellectually on the same level as you. They're not even, let's not even just talk about life experience. They haven't even gone to excel intellectually. They are still developing mentally and physically. They are still developing. So a 30-year-old man to a 19-year-old girl, 30 years gap between the two of them, that's a hell no. That's a red flag, Shannon. You messed up there. You messed up there. When she said I'm 19, you should have said, oh, okay. Oh, all right. All right, let's continue. Over the next couple of weeks, Shannon increasingly pursued the plaintiff. So he was on her heels. He consistently approached her at the gym and attempted to contact her frequently with phone calls and text messages asking to meet up. Unwilling to take no for an answer, eventually plaintiff gave in and agreed to meet with Sharpe outside of the gym. However, before doing so, Sharpe demanded that Doe sign a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA, something plaintiff found a bit concerning. She wondered why Sharpe was so insistent on her signing an NDA. She refused. Despite his repeated efforts to get her to sign, she refused time and again. Eventually, he dropped the issue and invited her to his house. Now, pause. As a woman, salute to everybody in chat. Salute, Uda. On go. Now, as a woman, I can tell you that there have been bugaboos that just are persistent. They are so persistent that you know that every manner of no, the nice no, the mean no, the nasty no, the vicious no, it has not worked. They are not taking that no for an answer. And, you know, there's a thing called block. There's a thing called, look, I'm going to go get my brothers. I'm going to get my cousins. I'm going to get somebody to back you down, little daddy. Some men can be very aggressive, okay? Some men can be very aggressive in their pursuits. Yes, bugaboos. They just will not take no for an answer. And then sometimes you just be like, you know what? Especially if they're a nice guy. If they're a nice guy and they just keep pursuing, and you might break down and be like, all right, let me go on a date with this guy. Let me just see what he wants. Because they wear you down, right? This NDA. I get it, though. There's two sides to this, and I'm going to tell y'all both sides of this, all right? As somebody who is a former NFL player, okay, he's retired. He done been to the Super Bowl 3 times. That means that he done dealt with all kinds of groupies. So you going to sign this NDA or not? But apparently he was on her heels so bad, according to the documents. This is alleged. Remember, it's going across the screen. Everything is alleged because we weren't there, so we don't know what happened. But allegedly, he was so much on her heels that he was like, you know what? You ain't even got to sign this NDA, ma. Just come to my house. First of all, as a woman, you telling me to sign an NDA, bro, I'm not coming. I'm not going nowhere with you. It's giving me something bad is about to happen. So, Gabby, that's a red flag for you. So now we've got a red flag for Shannon and we've got a red flag for Gabby, honey. Okay, so they both 1-1 with the red flags. Because ain't no way. This dude has been pursuing me and then all of a sudden you going to come at me and tell me, all right, cool. You finally agreed to go on a date with me. Now sign this NDA. Bro, where are we going? What kind of vehicle you driving? Are you driving one of those little raggedy kidnapped vans? Like, what we doing? What we doing? That's when you make the phone call to your homegirl, like, girl, I'm about to send you a picture of this man's license plate and him so you know what he looked like. Because, girl, if I go missing, I'm going to give you all the information I got on him. I need you and a team to get together, and I need y'all to do a deep dive investigation on him, truth finder and all, okay? Because if anything happens, this dude did it. He just pursued me to ask me to sign an NDA before I go to his house. Child, that's when that call go out. Child, but they pursued. He knew she was 19. She knew he wanted an NDA, and they continued on. All right. So now, what followed was the beginning of a rocky consensual relationship that lasted nearly 2 years. Now, pause. I see how they said the relationship was consensual. That means that even after you found out she was 19 and you found out he wanted an NDA, you went into a relationship with this person and you went into a relationship with this person, and boom, here we are. Y'all ignored the red flag. All right, cool. The relationship was very unequal. Sharpe is more than 30 years older, is considerably wealthier, is physically much larger, and exponentially stronger. Sharpe is famous and has power. Now, I hate the way that is being broken down, but that is true. That is that unequal playing field. The problem is, you know how Buzby do. Buzby be trying to paint these pictures even darker than what they probably already are, like if it's even dark. Because we're going to keep going. So now, those things are definitely true. He is wealthier, which means that he's cultured. Okay. He is physically larger. I mean, he's an ex-football player. Of course he's larger. Of course he's stronger. Anyway, let's continue. I'm not going to dive too deep into that one. We're going to continue reading because there's more to come. Plaintiff and Sharpe saw each other on his terms and his schedule as often as 4 times a week. Now, pause. When you have a man of status and stature, it's going to be on his terms. It's going to be on his timing. And when your partner is 30 years older than you, you kind of are submissive to their lifestyle, especially when they're wealthier and all of that. So I really don't see the issue with that part. Over time, plaintiff began to see Sharpe's true nature. She found him to be dishonest about his whereabouts. He would lie about seeing other women while insisting to her that she and he were exclusive. He often manipulated her at times, being sweet and loving to get what he wanted, and at other times being angry and aggressive to achieve his goal. Now, don't y'all shoot the messenger. It sounds like he was cheating on her. That sounds like typical cheating behavior to me. That Henny Glasses in the chat if you agree with me. That sounds like typical cheating behavior. What it sounds like is Gabby was arm candy or just maybe an ego stroke. I'm not sure which one. But it sounds like typical cheating behavior. Okay, see, look, men, y'all can talk. Y'all can talk in the chat. Y'all, if y'all agree, y'all don't have to be quiet. But that sounds like typical cheating behavior, okay? He's lying about his whereabouts and all of that stuff. Okay. Look, they're not going to agree with us, ladies, because they sitting back like, you're not about to put me on the spot, Henny. I ain't. But it sounds like typical cheating behavior. Sweet and loving to get what he wants. I mean, who's not sweet and loving when they want something? I don't know. Anyway, she discovered over time that Sharpe was extremely emotional and possessed an uncontrollable temper. He displayed the characteristics of a true narcissist. He wielded his power, his influence, and his celebrity to control plaintiff and get exactly what he wanted, whenever he wanted it, all the while jealously guarding what he considered his for himself. I mean, that sounds about right. I could do what I want to do, but you can't do what I do. I ain't even get there yet, champ. We ain't even get there yet. Because I have an issue with all of this. Okay. We didn't even get to the text messages and all of that stuff. Okay. We're going to read this and then we're going to jump in. All right. Just let me walk y'all through. All right. By October of 2024, Sharpe's behavior had grown possessively worse beyond anything plaintiff had experienced with him before. At this point, he was insistent upon recording their sexual activities, sometimes without her knowledge. Sharpe was also sharing the videos with others without her permission or knowledge. Now, pause. Men, let me ask y'all this. And I know I keep putting the men on the spot, but I need to know this. Do y'all go around showing y'all exual? Well, we almost 40 minutes in. Do y'all go around showing your sexual tapes with your partner to your friends? Or are you showing stuff to are you showing your jump offs? Because I'm going to tell you what I've learned growing up, hanging around the dudes. Men have these circles, right? And y'all can stop me if I'm wrong. When they get together, they start talking or whatever. And when they start talking about the honeys, let's take it old school. When they start talking about the honeys, they don't never talk about their main chick with each other. It might be, yo, she mad at me right now because she found out that I was smashing so-and-so over here. But, yo, let me tell you, so-and-so over there, she got some good buns, bro. Yo, I was up in that thing. But so-and-so over there is the topic of conversation, not their main female. I done heard a lot of stories that, let me shout out to all the dudes that I grew up with and sat around and listened to their stories. A lot of their stories horrified me into never wanting to be that girl. And when I found out that I had dealt with somebody who had made me a topic of conversation, I would never deal with them again because that was never my thing. At all. I never wanted to be the girl that was being talked about. I never wanted that because I saw how there was no respect for those females that got talked about in the circles. And sometimes they would be high-fiving each other if they found out that they had slept with the same girl. Those girls were notches on their belts. Those were not girls that they treasured and held close to the heart. So if she's this female and he's showing off her videos or the audios or whatever it is that he has in the recordings to other people, correct me if I'm wrong, that means that she was not somebody that he held on a high level. This was his play toy, like he was playing with you, girl. But see, she wouldn't know that, and she wouldn't notice the signs of that being 19 years old. 19 years old means that she may have dealt with older men. That may be her thing. But she, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe, let me hold that for the later. Let me come over here and see what y'all are saying in these comments before I continue on with this conversation. Hold on. She said the doors are still closed for the water table. What you do? Never mind. I ain't going back because we going to get a little sidetracked and distracted. But Champ said, it's getting spooky out here with the lawsuit money grabs. That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, let's continue on. All right, so where were we? Yep. Okay, sometimes what I know. Sharpe was also sharing the video. Okay, we read that part. Sharpe would repeatedly tell Doe that he wanted to do things to her that would make no other man want her. I don't know what that means. You're going to do things to her that would make no other man want you. Okay, like I had a dude that was insistent, which he would probably be happy right now because I have finally started gaining weight, but it's due to reasons that I don't want to disclose on this live. But if you know, you know. He said to me when he first met me, oh, I'm going to make sure that I get you fat so no other man wants you. So I learned to watch what I ate around him. When I noticed that every night at midnight, he was bringing me a big old Sylvia's cupcake. I'm not Sylvia. Make My Cake cupcake. If you from New York, you know about Make My Cake when it was out there in Harlem. He was bringing me red velvet cupcakes and chocolate cupcakes every night at midnight. He would come through that door and he would have 2 cupcakes for me. And I noticed you trying to get me fat, so I stopped eating the cupcakes. But I'm trying to understand, what does that mean? Anyway, if you know or have an idea, share it in the comment section so that we can discuss it. All right, so by this point, Sharpe was no longer able to credibly maintain that the relationship was exclusive. He had, at this point, accidentally or purposely, to advance his career, went live on Instagram while having sex with another woman. I remember that. To me, y'all remember Shannon was over there with that baritone in that girl's ear, and he was like, "Yeah, baby, tell me, baby, yeah, baby, tell me how you want it. You like it, baby, you like it." You know, he was, and it donated into a court doc, baby. When I tell y'all, content is starting to become court cases. It's going in court, and this is a civil suit. And she was in there, yeah. See, this is where it leads you. Sorry. What you said? He said, you said, judging the way that other girl was hollering, he was rearranging her guts. Why y'all like this? Why are y'all like this? But I mean, it made good for listen, I don't give a damn. Y'all could listen and judge if y'all want to, but that made for good audio porn. I ain't gonna hold you, because I kept listening. Like, at first I'm like, Shannon, oh my. Wait a minute, let's see if I can find the audio for y'all real quick. Because I was like, ooh. He was all in that girl ear. All in her ear. Wait a minute, we got to pull this up. Hold on, because y'all know y'all gonna be in here blushing at work. Yep. How come I didn't hear it? Oh, baby, you about to hear it. Right here. I got it.
There you go, baby. There you go, baby. That's my Michelle. That's my
That's all y'all getting. He said, that's my Michelle. It wasn't Gabby. I'm sorry. Okay, that's it for today's Spike Coffee in the morning. I'm done now. Y'all gonna give me in trouble. YouTube, this is for educational purposes only. Right, y'all know what I mean? Oh man, when we woke up to that. Miss Lisa. Yes, the water table doors will be opening momentarily. Please start the line behind Vanessa and Mercy. Baby, I'm behind Mercy, so you got to get in line behind me, because I'm going to the water table myself for this. Okay, wait, we gotta pull it back in. We gotta pull it back in. Paulie, you took the words out of my mouth. Lord have and mercy, y'all. We gotta pull it together, y'all. We gotta pull it together because we got more to go. We got a ways to go. Y'all ready? Okay. He said, "That's my Michelle." Oh. There you go. There you go. I'm not doing this with y'all. Poor Gabby. Y'all stop. Stop. I'm trying to be serious now. Okay. What? I'm telling y'all what he did. Y'all heard it. I'm not looking at y'all comments. I'm not looking at y'all comments because y'all gonna make me laugh again. All right, so boom. After making Michelle tap out, he had to go deal with Gabby. And poor Gabby is sitting over there. Imagine that. Gabby opens up her Instagram and here's SHannon on there talking about that's my Michelle. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was Michelle. Oh yeah. Anyway, all right. So Sharpe flew into fits of anger when plaintiff noted his infidelity to their relationship or called him out about his extraneous activities. First of all, how you gonna get mad, SHannon? You put it out there for the whole world to hear. We just pulled it up on X. X be having everything. I mean, I don't know what happened to X, but when it was taking over, baby, it just, you can't find something, go to Twitter. That's what I'm gonna say to y'all right now. Look, ding, go to Twitter. Anyway. But that's typical, I don't want to call Uncle SHannon a narcissist. I just want to say that, but that is typical behavior when somebody, not just a man, when people get caught out there doing stuff and you keep throwing it in their face, they do tend to get mad. But sir, you put it out there on the World Wide Web and it went viral. It went viral. I got to scroll through my page because I don't even know if I posted that, but it's going to get posted now. It's going to make the clips. Anyway, all right. So what had once been manipulation, control, and intimidation now became something far more dangerous and sinister. Sharpe even figured out how to get into Doe's apartment complex without her permission. Sharpe made it clear that what Doe wanted was of no moment, that Sharpe would get what he wanted when he wanted it. In October 2024, SHannon Sharpe violently sexually assaulted and anally raped plaintiff 2 different times in Las Vegas, blatantly ignoring her request for him to stop. It did it again in January. Well, he did it again in January. Plaintiff left Nevada to temporarily escape defendant SHannon Sharpe. She now seeks justice through this action and other means. Plaintiff seeks compensatory. That's how you say it. And punitive damages in this matter in excess of $50 million. Signed, sincerely, Tony Buzbee. Now, since SHannon decided that he was going to out Gabby, the internet is undefeated. And so when he put her real name out there and told that she was on the OnlyFans, I don't know if I'm going to show this, but I kind of have to. Is it just one photo? It looked like it's just one photo, and I really don't want to get in trouble, but we're going to flash it real quick. That's it. That's the Gabby photo. There's other photos of Gabby. She was outed all over the internet. People started going to her OnlyFans once he said she had an OnlyFans and started pulling photos and all types of stuff. Now, I'm going to play for you the audio that was released by Tony Buzbee. Because yes, there was audio released, and baby, there was text messages too. But let's listen to this audio, shall we?
Say you're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby.
Thank you for
You want to be a dick to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
I don't know that mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at.
Let me say this. And my parents gonna thank you for the subscription. Apparently she got wind if the 100 mil he's due to get. Salute to Terica, 13 months, happy 13-month anniversary. Mercy, happy 10-month anniversary. She said, dunk my head in the water table, Henny, the GOAT, best content. Oh, Henny, the GOAT, best content creator on YouTube. Thank you, Mercy. I appreciate you so much. Now, let me just say this to you. Sure said, damn, Uncle choking women. Come on now, Uncle wildin'. Hold on. How many times have you said to your kids, scream one more time and I'm going to knock your lungs through your back, or something? Your mama done said some real crucial stuff. I'm going to snatch your vocal cords out. Or how many times have you said stuff to somebody like, if they say this one more time, I'm going to tie their lips in a bow? I don't think he meant that he was literally going to choke her. I think he was just saying it like how you say it. Like, if you say that word one more time, I'm going to choke you. Then she says, I don't want to be choked. And he goes, yes, you do. He ain't talking about her literally being choked lifeless. He's talking about you want to be choked exually. And I'm going to tell you what made me come to that conclusion. And you don't have to agree with me, but you don't have to come from me either. You can be polite in what you got to say. And I promise I'll be polite back. But what makes me say that he was talking about exually, where the messages at? They didn't get posted. The messages ain't get posted, y'all. The messages didn't get posted, y'all. We got them. I'm going to post them up, but I'm going to find them. Hold on one second. I'm going to find them. Hold on. Do they have all of them though? That's what I want to know. Do they have all of the text messages? They don't have all the text messages. Anyway, I gotta find them text messages, y'all. Because in the text messages, Gabby is talking about how she wants to be, she wants a big black baby put in her. Don't shoot the messenger. Because I ain't say it. She did. Hold on. I got them in my phone. I'm going to have to airdrop them. I'm going to have to airdrop them. Hold on one second, y'all. Give me a second because I got it. I didn't delete those. They in this phone. Look, I got 3 damn phones. Leave me alone. I'm going to find it. But that to me, and then SHannon Sharpe, I got to pull SHannon Sharpe. What SHannon Sharpe would say, what SHannon Sharpe had posted too. Oh, did I delete it? I think I did delete them. Oh no, Henny, why'd you do that? Because I needed room. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Hold on. I'ma just, is that all of it? Hold on. Where's the SHannon Sharpe? I be all over in my phones. I think I'm just gonna dedicate one phone to my content creating. Hold on. Boom. You hear that noise, you know it's about to go down. Okay. Is this the order in which they went? I believe so. Okie dokie. All right. We got the text messages on deck. So let me go on ahead and let's pull these text messages up that I got over here. I don't think these are the messages. I think I'm going to have to go and pull those messages, but it's all right. Either way it goes, hold tight because Henny got it. All right. Henny got it. So I want those messages first, if I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't. These right here, I'm going to read to y'all, but I really want to pull those messages. Oh, I almost said something on my Facebook page, y'all. Not my personal one. We not going there. All right, hold on. Wait a minute now. Don't tell me he done took them down. Okay, no, he did not. All right. Maybe we should show these first. Let's show Shannon's first, shall we? We gonna show Shannon's first. So it says, statement by Lenny J. Davis, counsel for Shannon Sharpe. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me. That's Gabby to Shannon, October 7th of 2023. I know you missed this big, juicy ass. $25,000 for each cheek. Gabby to Shannon on January 1st of 2025. This lawsuit filed by Gabrielle Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Buzbee, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual sexual encounter. We believe the video has been portrayed. Wait a minute. I just skipped the line. Hold on. We believe that the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. Ms. Zuniga has refused to provide a copy of the full unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's legal team. To set the record straight, we are releasing several of Ms. Zuniga's own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicate the nature of their relationship was consensual and sexual in nature, and in many cases initiated by her with specific and graphic requests. Contrary to the allegations she makes in her lawsuit, consensual sex continued until January 2nd of 2025, the day after she asked for $25,000 per cheek, as quoted above from her text message to Mr. Sharpe. There are other examples of text from Ms. Zuniga. For example, only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want. Then I can do whatever I want. Hold on, because I'm a little I guess she means then you can do whatever you want to me. And that's from Gabby to Shannon. I want to put my tongue in your booty hole. Gabby eating ass, y'all. I just hit my head. I didn't hit my mouth. I guess I wasn't supposed to say that. Gabby eating groceries. Let me sip the rest of this coffee because I swear it's cold now. Well, Shannon Sharpe used to be a tight end, right? This is why y'all like when I read the court docs, because y'all don't like when I be serious reading the court docs. Y'all like when I be entertaining. So I'm going to be entertaining. Yeah, she said she wants to put her tongue in his booty hole. And marry him. And that was on the first text message about her saying put the baby gravy in me was November 23rd of 2023. The tongue in the booty and then marry you was January 12th of 2024. That's my daddy. I want you to put a big black baby in me. From her to Shannon, August 6th of 2024. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. I'm offended. I'm offended. Well, she said she wants him to put the baby gravy in her. Oh God, I must. I'm sorry. Oh God. That was on August 11th of 2024. And it goes on to say these messages are just a sampling of a broader pattern of graphic sexual communications initiated by Ms. Zuniga. This evidence paints a clear picture. It was a consensual adult relationship that included role-playing, sexual language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Ms. Zuniga. The edited tape that Ms. Zuniga secretly taped and showed to Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray as a result of this editing. Oh, wait a minute. As a result of this editing and out of portray as blackmail, okay, during her blackmail attempt, tries to falsely portray as a result of this editing and out of context from prior text messaging that he sexually, that the sexual activity was not consensual. But Mr. Sharpe now believes her secret taping was all part of her planned setup as a part of her blackmail scheme, as distorted by her edited tape, a copy of which she refused to make available to Mr. Sharpe or his counsel. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations or coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of rape. Shut up, don't say Henny, go get your glasses, and will be submitted to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. He stands firmly by the truth and is prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. I hope he fights as vigorously as he was with Michelle. I couldn't help myself. He looks forward to vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts and the law. Now, this is where we can get into those other messages and see what they was talking about. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I did not read these. But what I am going to do is I am going to do my best to try to make sure that you can see them, just like I'm trying to make sure that I can see them, because it's very tiny text. And no, I don't need my glasses. My vision just blurred a little bit. Okay. So this is from Gabby to Shannon. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me. It says, Shannon loved, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck. Okay. And then it says 2-minute participation. So I believe that this may have been a call. I don't know. It says that it was a 2-minute participation. I don't know what that means, but let's go on to the next one that she put. Okay. When I'm 152 pounds, but you can't touch me because you cheated on me on Instagram Live with Michelle. Gonna be 180 soon. You still not gonna be able to touch. Bet you regretting your actions right about now. So I guess she started putting on weight to get thicker, and she's telling him, you're not gonna be able to touch me. Okay. Then she says in this text message here, what's taking so long? You either don't have the cash to show me right now, or you're with Michelle. Which one is it, Shannon? And then she sends him a nude picture of her doing a split on a white couch. Let me just say this, and don't y'all come for me, because it's a fact. All right. It's a fact. Cheating does something to people's egos. When you cheat on a person, no, I need to be over here. When you cheat on a person, it does something to their ego. Okay. And this girl, I guess Michelle must be a thick girl because she's trying to gain weight to compete with Michelle. And her saying, oh, what's taking so long? You either don't have the money to show me right now or you with Michelle, shows that she was very much bothered by Michelle. And it is a high probability, very strong. And I have to say probability because I'm a content creator. I got to be careful what I say. The streets is watching now. Thank you for having coffee with me. Okay. I have to be careful with what I say, but it's a strong possibility that this girl is doing this as an act of revenge. If a person has money, everybody in the chat can answer this, male and female. If a person has money, what's the best revenge? What's the best way to hit them? What do they always say? The best way to hit somebody is in the pockets, right? So if he cheated on you, you knew he was cheating, but now he took the cheating to a public platform. Let's talk real right now. Let's be real. Because I'm a female. If a man is cheating on you and nobody knows but you and him, that hits differently than when the world knows that this person is cheating on you. Okay? When it's something that's not so publicly known, the humiliation is private. But when it's something that becomes public knowledge, it becomes something that's even more humiliating. So for her to watch a viral video, it's everywhere. That day, that video was everywhere. Okay. And hear him giving it to another woman the way he give it to you, hearing her moan the way that he probably makes you moan, does something to you. And then it sounds like he, was really treating her as a sex object, allegedly, according to what we have just, what's been shown to us. Now she wants money out of him. He ain't giving you money. I'm going to tap them pockets. That's going to be the best revenge for me to get that. I'm going to tear your reputation down. I'm going to come after you. It's quite possible. It's not far-fetched. We have a lot of evidence. And what I am going to say is SHannon Sharpe, unlike other people who have been accused of SA, is coming with his receipts. He's fighting back like instantaneously. This ain't no, let me wait. Let me do this. Let me do that. SHannon, when he came out to speak, had already spoken to his lawyer. Yes, his speech sounded like he was reading it because he probably had somebody read it for him, write it for him, which if you ask me, I feel like people who have good PR teams, a good PR representative is going to say, here, let us write this and you say this on camera versus letting somebody go out and just freestyle it. Okay, let's put this all together. You get out here, you read this statement, and that's that. That's something that having a lawyer advise you, it shows. Because not only did he come out and speak about the situation, he posted his response to it. He had his lawyer write something. And then they're dropping some of the evidence that they have that shows that they had a sexual relationship and this girl was very much involved in kinky play. And there's nothing wrong with kinky play. But what we're talking about here is a woman who was involved with somebody who probably afforded her a lifestyle that she was not accustomed to ahead of meeting him. Probably introduced her to a lifestyle that she knew nothing about ahead of meeting him. And now you're taking that away from me. After humiliating me, after embarrassing me, after degrading me, having me feel some type of way about me. It does sound like this could be what it is. On the other hand, it does sound also like there could be something that was going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. We weren't there, so we don't know what happened. All we can do is go off of what is presented before us, and then we can have opinions, but we cannot deem guilt or innocence until we have all of the evidence and facts. But right now I'm leaning towards, and this is a payday. I'm just being honest. That's what I'm leaning towards. But of course, hold on one second. Let me Let me plug in because my computer is about to die. Sorry, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm coming. I know. If y'all been around, I know y'all are sitting here like, Henny, God damn it, Henny, you know around this time your computer has been off the damn charger since 3 a.m. Oh, damn it. Since 3 a.m. And you know this is always what happens around this time of day. You're right. And I meant to plug everything in, but I didn't. So now here we are. Now, when it comes down to, and y'all leave me alone, my mama finna get me because I keep moving this chair across this damn patio. But it's all right because I'm about to get me another very comfy chair for here and for in Henny Studios because I'm not in Henny Studios, so that I could stop scraping up her damn patio because she having a fit. I know she is. She just ain't saying nothing. Okay. Now, I'm back. Let me get back on the camera. I said, let me get back on the camera. And then took myself off the camera. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm very upset about that because I was trying not to, but whatever. Okay, we back. And we still black. All right. So, Tony Buzbee decided that he was going to still working on some electrical tape till I could get to the Apple store. I may have to come up off the screen until my computer decides that it wants to act right. All right, so here we go. So here is Tony Buzbee's response to SHannon Sharpe and his lawyer and the evidence that they have put out. It says, SHannon Sharpe released a false and misleading statement through his attorney. The statement from Sharpe's newest lawyer falsely accuses Miss Jane Doe of editing a video, a claim that is not only demonstrably, I can't say this word. Y'all know I have a problem. What does Rich Trapper say? The words are hard. Demonstrably. There you go. False, but also desperate. The lawyer also suggests Miss Doe say hello to the peoples.
Am I allowed to be on here?
Yeah, you can say hi real quick. That's my daughter, Emo. Y'all are home early from early dismissal. Are y'all going riding somewhere or? Yes, there is.
Like where?
Y'all could go figure it out.
It's too hot.
Well, y'all figure out what y'all want for dinner. And I know y'all are hungry now. You're like, dinner? Girl, I'm hungry
I
now.
want a sandwich, actually. I've been craving for a sandwich.
Publix?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all figure it out what y'all want for dinner and let me know. Okay. So, yep. I told y'all, anytime I'm interrupted, it's my kids. All right. So here we go. Demonstrably false, but also desperate. The lawyer also suggests Ms. Doe refused to make the video available to Mr. Sharpe. Again, this assertion is easily proven untrue. In fact, Ms. Doe insisted he watch it. Here's what is true. Although Jane Doe never referenced any video or multiple audios that she possesses in the lawsuit that she filed, now that Mr. Sharpe's lawyer has decided to broach that subject, we will address it. An incredibly damning video does indeed exist. The contents of that video speak volumes about Mr. Sharpe and his behavior. That video will be played to the jury. That video, which will be played to the jury, is extremely problematic for Mr. Sharpe. Sharpe's team, as I anticipated, disclosed the existence of this video in an effort to try and get ahead of it. That effort will fall flat. In his statement, Mr. Sharpe's attorney referenced several texts. Every text that Mr. Sharpe's counsel released today, purportedly from Jane Doe, are dated prior to the alleged brutal assault set forth in Jane Doe's case. Those texts were obviously released in an effort to distract the public's attention from the allegations in Jane Doe's lawsuit. It won't work. A little history. Back in early February, our offices contacted Mr. Sharpe on behalf of Jane Doe and broached the subject of a meeting. Multiple conversations took place. Ultimately, a mediation occurred. Mr. Sharpe was represented by a different lawyer in the mediation. That mediation process went on for more than 6 weeks, ultimately leading to Mr. Sharpe making an incredibly significant offer to settle. Ultimately, Jane Doe refused the hefty sum offered by Sharpe and instead filed this case. So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that she was offered a settlement and she refused to take it and instead decided to file the lawsuit? And go for a larger sum of money? Is it giving money grab to you? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Because on the one hand, I understand that maybe it's about the principle. But now let's look at Diddy and Cassie. Yes, I'm going here. Cassie put forth her lawsuit. Diddy settled it immediately to avoid all of this public stuff that was going to happen, but it happened anyway because people got a hold of it. People got a hold of it. The man offered you a large sum. Your lawyer even said a large sum in a settlement. Now, was he doing this to make it go away? That's a possibility. Is it an omission of guilt? That's a possibility. We don't know what happened in mediation, and we don't know what made him decide to come out with this settlement. We don't know. But what we do know is the lawyer, Buzby, is saying that it was a large sum. And now you're asking for $50 million. I don't know. What say you? Y'all let me know.